Hi, this is Kathleen with my Happy Stamping Place. I'm going to be doing a floral card today. It's summer, that seems appropriate, and we're going to do a little stamping, a little embossing on designer paper for a little bit of a different looking background, and let's get started on it. Alright, so I'd made this card for a card swap with some other demonstrators when the annual catalog came out in May. So we're going to do a little bit of a variation of this, but it's using a new bundle, or maybe even a suite, and it is the Pretty Floral stamp set. And it also comes with a die set. We'll just be using one of the dies out of that. And then also some coordinating designer paper, which is really pretty paper. And it's called the Florals in Bloom. And as you can see, I love the colors in this. So many different beautiful prints. So that's where we're going to get started. Okay. So I'm using a little bit different pattern out of that same pack, but it'll be similar color combo. And so this is the designer paper. And then we're going to emboss it. So this is, forget what it's called now. I'm going to look it up. It's a new embossing folder in the annual catalog, and it's called Damask Designs. And it kind of is delicate, but also at the same time makes an impact, if that makes sense. So I will show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to put my designer paper inside the folder and run it through my Stamp and Emboss machine real quick. So when using the embossing folders like this, you're going to use your base plate that comes with the emboss machine. Then you're going to put the folder down. And then I'm going to run it through, and this is plate 4. Plate 4 is a separate purchase. Oh, let me do that again. So this is telling me how to build it. I do need this plate 2 underneath as well. So let's run this through. And then when it comes out, I don't know how much is showing on camera, but it gives a little bit more texture and dimension to the paper. So that just adds a nice extra flair to it. So I'm drawing on the designer paper to give me my color palette. So what I have is the designer paper, and on the back it tells you all the colors that are in it. And there's a lot in this one, so it gives you a lot of different options to work with. I'll read them off to you. So it has Bubble Bath, Cloud Clover, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Secret Sea, Shy Shamrock, Strawberry Slush, Summer Splash, and Timid Tiger. And some of those may sound unfamiliar, and that's because a lot of them are the new in colors that came out in the May catalog of 2025. So I'm going to be using Petunia Pop to border that designer paper, and that's just pulling out that color from the pattern. So let's add that. Okay, and then that's going to go down on a basic white card base. So already that's looking really pretty. Now let's do a little stamping. So I've got a piece of basic white here. I'm going to put a little foam pad underneath because I'm going to be using photopolymer stamps. That's what the Pretty Florals are. So I already have some loaded up on blocks. And again, I'm going to use some of the colors that are in the stamp set, or in the designer paper. So, garden green is going to be the leaves. So I'm going to start with that. This is a stem of 3. So stamp those down. Next up, I'm going to do, it's 2-step stamping. So there's the inside of the flowers and the outside outline. So I'm going to do the outline first. I found it was easier to line up that way, so I'm going to use my darker color. So I'm using Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink together. So I'm going to do one clump of flowers on the stem this way, another this way, and then I'll take my Pretty in Pink and I'll ink that up for the inside of the flowers. And it's much easier to follow what's already been stamped when I start with the outline ones first. Okay, so those look good. And then I'm going to clean this off real quick and use a different color combo for the middle clump of flowers. So I'm just using my chamois, my purple chamois, to get these cleaned off real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to use a color combination of Petunia Pop and Bubble Bath. So Petunia Pop is the darker one, so I'll do that one first. And then I'll do Bubble Bath as the inside. Okay. So those are done, and now I'm just going to take and die cut out with a circle from Stylish Shapes. Stylish Shapes has circles and squares. So I've already pre-cut a square from this set and a smaller circle. And I'm going to do a little bit larger circle to cut out these flowers. So I'll get my Stamp and Emboss machine back in here. And this time I'm going to use plate 1 base. If you follow the sandwich pictures and descriptions here, it'll tell me I need plate 2. Then I need 1 plate 3. Put my cardstock down with the die, and then I don't want this to move around on me, so I'm going to put a piece of flag tape there so it doesn't. And then I'll finish off with plate 3. And I'll just feed that through my machine. So the whole clump, like some of the leaves got cut off at the bottom, and that was fine. I knew that's intentional, so that's ready to go. And I pre-cut a couple of the other ones, like I said. Here's a square and a circle, and I'm going to form the card around these. So this is going to be my main focal point, and then I'll have a square off this way, and a circle coming off that way. That's kind of the look I'm going for. So I'm going to take these off one by one. We'll do that circle first. This is going to be kind of off at the top there. Then we'll do the purple, or the little Petunia Pop. I guess this is Bubble Bath, this color. Right here. And finish off with my main circle. Kind of all overlapping each other. And I just want to add a greeting. So I'm going to pull in my Simply Said stamp set. And just doing the happy birthday greeting from that. And I've got these little strips of basic white cardstock. Whenever you are cutting card fronts and maybe you're cutting it down to like the 4 and the 5 and the quarter mark, you're left with a lot of these little pieces of basic white. And I save these to do greetings from. So I'm going to stamp that in the Secret C, which is the same color as the cardstock circle I did. And I should pull in my foam pad again, because it's a photopolymer stamp. I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday down, like that. And I'll adhere it to my card, and I didn't bring my scissors in, so I'll have to trim that after the fact, but you get the idea. And that is going to just kind of go across the bottom here. And then you could add gems like I did on the first one. And there you go. A pretty floral card. I'll have pictures posted on my blog. Maybe it'll look easier to see it this way. So thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed that card. I'll be back soon to share another one with you. Bye-bye.